Good morning, welcome. I am God's child and my name is Cynthia. We'll be eating from Ezekiel chapter 20. God's dealing with Israel, the caption reads, 20 verse 1. And it came to pass in the 7th year of the 5th month, the 10th day of the month, that certain of the elders of Israel came to inquire of thee, Lord, and sat before me. Then came the word of the Lord unto me, saying, Son of man, speak unto the elders of Israel, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Are ye come to inquire of me? As I live, saith the Lord God, I will not be inquired of by you. Will thou judge them, son of man? Will thou judge them, cause them to know the abominations of their fathers, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, in the day when I choose Israel and lifted up my hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt, when I lifted up my hand unto them, saying, I am the Lord your God, in the day that I lifted up my hand to them to bring them forth of the land of Egypt into a land that I had espied for them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. Then shall I say unto them, Cast ye away every man the abomination of his eyes, and defile not yourselves with the idols of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. But they rebelled against me and would not hearken unto me. They did not every man cast away the abominations of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. Then I said, I will pour out my fury against them to accomplish my anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. But I wrought for my name's sake that it should not be polluted before the heathen among whom they were in those sight. I made myself known unto them in bringing them forth out of the land of Egypt. Wherefore I caused them to go forth out of the land of Egypt and brought them into the wilderness. And I gave them my statutes and showed them my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. Moreover, I also gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am the Lord that sanctify them. But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness. They walked not in my statutes, and they despised my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them. But I wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted before the heathen, in whose sight I brought them out. Yet also I lifted up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I had given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands, because they despised my judgments and walked not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbath, for their heart went after idols. Nevertheless, my eyes spared them from destroying them. Neither did I make an end of them in the wilderness, but I said unto their children in the wilderness, Walk ye not in the statutes of your father, neither observe the judgments, nor defile yourselves with their idols. I am the Lord your God. Walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, and hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am the Lord your God. Notwithstanding, the children rebelled against me. They walked not in my statutes, neither kept my judgments to do them, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. They polluted my Sabbaths. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness. Nevertheless, I withdrew my hand and wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen, in whose sight I brought them forth. I lifted up my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I would scatter them among the heathen and disperse them through the countries, because they had not executed my judgments, but had despised my statutes and had polluted my Sabbaths, and their eyes were after their fathers' idols. Wherefore I gave them also statutes, that they were not good in judgments whereby they should not live, and I polluted them in their own gifts, in that they caused to pass through the fire all that open the womb, that I might make them desolate to the end, that they might know that I am the Lord. Wherefore, Son of Man, speak unto the house of Israel, and saying to them, Thus saith the Lord God, yet in this your fathers have blasphemed me, in that they have committed a trespass against me. For when I had brought them into the land for which I lifted up my hand to give them, then they saw every high hill and all the thick trees, and they offered their sacrifices, and they presented their provocation of their offering. Also they made their sweet savor and poured out their drink offerings. Then I said unto them, What is the high place unto where ye go? And the name thereof is called Bama unto this day. Wherefore said to the house of Israel, Thus said the Lord God, Are ye polluted after the manner of your fathers, and commit ye whoredom after their abominations? We're going to end there, and we'll start tomorrow on chapter 31. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastics, Song of Solomon, Isaac, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Amos, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Old Testament, New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, act like Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd and 3rd John, Jude, and Revelation. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for later this afternoon for Afternoons with Mark and Luke, the Evening Post. Keep it breezy. Bye.